To repair our Nokia E7, you'll need a small bladed screwdriver, a pair of tweezers so you can grab the screws, possibly a T4 or a T5 star type screwdriver. I use both during manufacture. And the first thing we do is remove the pivot screw that holds this hinge bar just here. And to do that, you want to close the screen and open the HDMI port. And then we've got to remove this plastic cover here. So it's held on with double-sided sticky tape, and there's little clips in each corner. Just get your screwdriver underneath and just lever it off, and then put that somewhere safe. Now we can get to these two screws. These are self-tapping screws, so you can't get them mixed up with the other screws when we take it apart. As you can see, it's self-tapping. You've got one in the corner here as well. And to lift this off, just put your thumbnail in the top and just lift it away. Comes away quite easy, that one. And now we can get to the pivot screw that holds that hinge bar. So just put your screwdriver in there and undo it. And if the screw doesn't come out with the screwdriver, you can use your pair of tweezers and just lift it out. So it's got a plain shank with a little bit of thread on the end here, so you can't get it mixed up with the others. Now we can open the screen up and get to all the screws. So start on this side, and these corner screws are slightly thicker than the others, so they're quite chunky compared to the ones in the centre. So these centre screws here, they're very skinny, so you can't get them mixed up. Same with this one. There you go. This would be a nice thick one in the corner here. There you go. And now just carefully flip the screen over and turn it over, and now we can get to the screws on the back. So again, we've got the corner screws and the small ones. And the last one here. Just remember when you're doing them back up, only do them finger tight, because they wasn't very tight when you undone them. Now we can remove the frame. So just lift the frame away. And the touchscreen is held on with a clip both sides. So if we lift this clip away using your screwdriver, that's that end done. And then at the other side you've got another clip just here. Now be careful, because at this end you've got the plug for the LCD screen plugged in. So you can just get your screwdriver in there and just pop that up, and that comes unplugged. Now we can open it up, and there's a little rubber cover that goes around the secondary camera. Just put that somewhere safe, and then you've got this little cover that covers up the ribbon cable, and we've got to lift that off. Just get your screwdriver in. It's just held on with double-sided sticky tape. Just lift that away, and then we've got to remove this little chip here. If you're going to reuse the touchscreen, be very careful. Just get something underneath it, just gradually lift it away. Use a plastic knife if you wanted to. Just gradually lift it away. There you go. And as you can see, this little plug's come off as well. So now we need to separate the LCD screen from the digitizer. The best way of doing this is to get your screwdriver and just lift the top away from the digitizer, and the LCD screen will just lift away like so. If you need to replace the touchscreen or digitizer, you need to take off the earpiece that's stuck on here, and it's stuck on with double-sided sticky tape. So if you take your small screwdriver and just get it in one corner and just carefully lift it away from the frame, and you can see it's coming unstuck. And then put your broken touchscreen. This one doesn't respond in the middle, that's why it's been replaced. So take your new one, and you can see they've marked it so you know where to put the earpiece back. Now it doesn't matter which way round you put it, so you can go round this way or this way, but try and get it so it sits inside the marks on the new screen. Just soften it up like so, and just push it on. Just move it about a little bit, make sure the adhesive sticks on. So it's now ready to go back together. So you take your, this part here is covering up the double-sided sticky tape, and that sticks the new LCD screen on, and this protective coating here stopping you getting dust on the screen. So pull it off as well. Take your new LCD screen if you're replacing that, and just remove the protective coating, and make sure you have the plug at the bottom opposite the leads at the top. So very carefully offer it up to the little rubber stops. So you've got little rubber stops here and here. Make sure it sits nice and flush. Give it a gentle push down. Make sure it's stuck down nicely. And now we're ready to put it back together. Now the new one has a double-sided sticky pad already on there. So what we do is take off the little tab and offer this plug up first and push that in, and then push down that chip so it's stuck down nicely. Now take that little black cover and put this back on like so. So those little pins line up. Just give that a gentle push so double-sided sticky tape holds it on. And we've got that little rubber gasket for the secondary camera. Just have it this way round so the little large bit's sticking up, and just put that on the camera. And very carefully bring this over, making sure the rubber cover for the secondary camera stays on there. Just bring that round like so, and you can see the camera's lined up through the glass there. If you're fitting a new LCD screen, the ribbon cable will be sticking straight out. You need to use your tweezers and just bend it over backwards so it lines up with the socket. And you can use a screwdriver just to try and line it up. And then once it's lined up, just give it a little push from behind, and it will, you can see it's fully home now. Can be a bit fiddly. So when you've done that, you need to put the clips on. So you push that clip into place, and then you push that clip into place. So all ready to put it back together. So take your metal frame, Off that up. Just push it down gently until it feels nice and flush. And start with one of the larger screws. Best way of doing this is to put the screw onto the screwdriver and then offer it up. Just doing finger tight. And then the skinny screws go in the centre. Then you've got the thicker screw for the corner again. And that's those 4 screws, so just flip it over, come to the back. Let's take the thicker screw for the corner again. And the skinny ones for the middle. And the last one. So, because of different sizes, you can't really get them mixed up. That's all the screws back in again. And then we need to put that hinge bar pin back in again. Just close it up and it'll automatically line up. I'm going to use tweezers here. So just put your hinge bar pin back into that hole and do it up gently. Don't over tighten it because you'll just break it. Just finger tight is fine. Then take your top cover. Now putting this top cover on can be a bit fiddly, as you've got these small plastic guides each side that have to line up exactly with these grooves in the sides. There's one just there and there's one just there as well. The best way of doing it is to make sure that you offer it up nice and straight. So that one's lined up and this one is lined up, and if it looks like it's straight, just push it on and it should clip into place and it should look nice and flush all the way around the outside edge. If it doesn't look right, just lift it off again like so and just try again. Just offer it up and make sure that it's lined up all the way around, and again just push it and it should look nice and flush like so. Then you can do up your screws. Only finger tight. And put your plastic cover back on. And hopefully we should have hopefully we should have a fully repaired phone. Thanks for watching. Please give me the thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll do my best to put some more on here in the future. Thanks for watching.